Are you confused about how to use have had and had had in English? Today's lesson will help you with tons of examples. If you want to save this lesson to read and review later, you can download the free PDF by clicking on the link in the video description. All right, if you want to use have had and had had correctly, first you need to understand the present perfect tense and past perfect tense. Both of them are formed by using a helping verb plus a main verb. So the present perfect is have or has. Those are the helping verbs, plus the main verb in the past participle. For example, I have finished all my homework. She has gone to the store. We have lived here for 3 years. The present perfect is used when an action starts in the past and continues to the present, as in the third example, we have lived here for 3 years. Or when talking about past actions without saying specifically when they happened, as in those first two examples. The past perfect is formed by had, that's the helping verb, plus the main verb in the past participle. For example, my husband had finished all the housework by the time I got home from work. When I called Laura last night, her husband told me she had gone out. I had lived in 5 different cities before I turned 10 years old. The past perfect is used when one past action happens before another past action or event. So, when do we use have had and had had? Well, in the present perfect, the helping verb is always have or has, and in the past perfect, the helping verb is always had. And if the main verb is also have, that's when we end up with have had in the present perfect and had had in the past perfect. Let's see some present perfect examples first. I'm not feeling well. I have had a headache all day. Helping verb, have, and main verb, also have, but it's in the past participle, so had. I have had a headache all day. She has had 3 children in the past 5 years. We have had some problems with our computer systems recently. He has had 2 surgeries on his back. Same in the past perfect. We use had when the helping verb is had, as it always is in the past perfect, and when the main verb of the sentence is also have, move to the past participle, had. For example, last weekend I just wanted to relax because I had had a busy week. The director told me he had had a meeting with the president. We had had some trouble with our washing machine, so we called a repairman. She woke up screaming because she had had a bad dream. One important note, we almost always use the short form in spoken English. For example, I'm not feeling well. I've had a headache all day. So I have had becomes I've had. She's had 3 children in the past 5 years. That's she has had, she's had. We've had some problems with our computer systems recently. He's had 2 surgeries on his back. Last weekend, I just wanted to relax because I'd had a busy week. I had had becomes I'd had. The director told me he'd had a meeting with the president. We'd had some trouble with our washing machine, so we called a repairman. She woke up screaming because she'd had a bad dream. Okay? Almost always we use the short form in spoken English. It's also common to have another word in the middle of have had, has had, or had had. For example, we've recently had some problems with our computer systems. He's just had 2 surgeries on his back. The director said he'd already had a meeting with the president. By the time I was 30, I'd only had 1 serious boyfriend. Now it's your turn to put it into practice. Can you make 2 sentences, one with have had and one with had had? I look forward to reading your comments. Download the PDF of this lesson to review it and remember it. Download the PDF of this lesson by clicking on the link under this video. And if you'd like to go further in your English fluency, join my Advanced English Grammar course because we go in detail into these tricky grammar situations. We cover all the verb tenses, complex sentence structures, and much more. And there are a lot of opportunities for you to practice. You can find that on my website, espressoenglish.net.